Should you start a bookkeeping business? Hi, my name's Nate Jones, and this is Business Idea Breakdown, where I break down businesses, and at the end I give them a score between 1 and 10. Any score over 8 is a business I would start. Check out my channel. I got a bunch of videos on breaking down businesses and entrepreneurship, and hit subscribe. All right, a bookkeeping business. When I first thought about this, my initial thoughts was, oh, this will be like a average run-of-the-mill business review, where I'm like, oh, it might make sense to start. The total opposite happened. This business is a massive opportunity, and I keep telling myself, the businesses that are the biggest opportunities are the boring businesses. The guy who's making screws and bolts at a machine shop, making millions of dollars while everybody else is trying to chase real estate and flipping houses and making 10 grand. So the boring businesses is where the opportunity is, because nobody is there. So the competition is so much smaller, and usually there's a need. So for this business, it's a boring business, but when I break it down, you can easily make over $100,000 running this business from the beginning. And I'll tell you how many clients you need to even get to 100,000. When I was reviewing this business, full transparency, I was like, why do I not have one of these as in my business portfolio? Why have I not started one of these? And so yeah, this might be a business that I'm starting soon. So I'll just break it down with you through my head. I'm gonna break down, is it scalable? Can you turn a profit? How easy is it to start? How much time does it require? Challenges? And the most important thing is it sellable? And I love the selling part of this business. So I'll get to that in a second. So what does a bookkeeper do? They track expenses. I'll give you kind of a list here. Track outstanding invoices. They keep accurate records for taxes. They send out invoices. They're kind of the back office, and they a lot of times run payroll. So I own an insurance agency. That's my main business, where a lot of my revenue comes from. And we sit down with business owners all the time, and a lot of them have back office or bookkeeping people, because construction companies, which we deal a lot with, they don't have the time to keep their own books. They don't have the time to send out invoices, to track it. So they need somebody for this. So there's definitely a need, across the nation for bookkeepers. QuickBooks, just having QuickBooks online, just having a little software, sometimes that's not enough. You need somebody who's in there every day asking questions. They want somebody on their side, and they not necessarily can't afford to pay somebody. They can't afford to have a full-time employee who's an accountant for their company, because if they're going to pay somebody $40,000 to $50,000 a year, it better be a worker in their business, not an accountant. So that's why they're outsourcing their accounting to a bookkeeping company. So, is it scalable? Yes. The one thing I like about this business is that it's a clerical type of business. Clerical type of businesses are a lot easier to fill positions for, because people can work from home. It's not hard work. It's very easy work, and as long as you can teach somebody how to do these smaller tasks that you as a business owner need to eventually give up, it's very easy for you to scale this business by just hiring another employee. All right, let's get into profit. When I searched how much do bookkeepers cost per month, I got an average between $500 to $2,500 a month. Now, when I'm thinking about this business, I would have a tiered product approach, which basically means, hey, for $500, this is the 1 or 2 services that you get. For $1,000, you get this. The VIP, $2,500 a month, you get all of this. So basically, you're giving your client 3 to 4 options, probably 3. I would suggest 3 options: a bare minimum, a definitely like a Honda Accord option, and then a Mercedes option, kind of like VIP option. So, I put an average client is probably going to be around $1,000 a month. And I put expenses. I mean, you have very minimal expenses. You have a computer, maybe some software that you use, but that's like maybe $200 a month. So, I mean, one client, you're turning a profit of probably $800 to $700 a month for this business if you get that first client at $1,000 a month. So, how can you make $100,000 a year? Well, you need 10 clients. That's it. 9 to 10 clients, and your profitability is pretty high. And I'll circle back to this when we talk about sellability of this business. You'll be really astonished by how much you could sell this business for based on that profit. So if you're keeping your profit, you're keeping your expenses minimal. You don't need an office for this business. You don't need an office. You can work from home, as long as you're staying organized. I mean, this is a business that you have very low expenses, and this can be a cash cow business. This is not a passive income business, this is a cash cow business. You need a cash cow business so you can create other passive income businesses. So how easy is this to start? I think if you have a basic knowledge of accounting, and if you don't, you can easily learn that from a book or a course or YouTube. Really, anything on free on YouTube on accounting you could probably learn. And I think I saw some videos when I was searching on there how to do bookkeeping, how to do all that. So basic business sense of, invoices, stuff like that, and you need a computer. So very easy to start. Going into time, how much time does this require? I think the nice thing about this business is once you've hit a number of clients that you're comfortable with, you could probably start rejecting clients. So if you want more of a part-time option, maybe you're fine after 3 or 4 clients. If you want it more full-time, like building an actual business, I think you can continue to scale that. But it is going to be definitely an 8 to 5. But like I said, this is a cash cow business. So many people are like, I want passive income. No, you get your cash cow, you get your business that gives you all the money, you take the money that you made from that business, put it in something else that's passive, that requires a lot of capital. I've done other business reviews, like a wedding venue, right? You build a wedding venue for $1 million. You basically hire somebody to manage that. It's not very hard. Weekends or weddings are at the weekend. So passive income, right? Or buying rental properties. This is a cash cow business because you can make so much money in it. Okay, going into the next thing, challenges here. Getting clients is the first thing. That's any business, is production, is lead generation. Getting clients is gonna be your hardest thing. But again, if you put yourself out there, create a website, look into SEO, get your name out there on Facebook, and quite frankly, the biggest secret that I found in my businesses is cold calling. If you cold call enough businesses, you're gonna find somebody who hates doing their accounting work and wants help on their bookkeeping. So if you cold called 1,000 businesses, you would have 10 within 6 months, and you'd have a $100,000 business. I'm telling you, I'm giving you a free gift. You want a $100,000 business? Start bookkeeping, start cold calling, and you will have it. The issue is a lot of you guys won't do it because you want to find something out there that's a low-hanging fruit that's easy to do. This is easy to do, but it's boring. And it's not sexy to talk about, but you're not going to do it. So do it. If you want to make $100,000, it's a great business to start. I love this business. Okay, another challenge is you need employees as you scale. That's going to be hard because you're going to cycle through bad employees, good employees. It's going to be one of those things. It's going to take time. Okay, dealing with clients that aren't worth it. I've learned this in my business, that there are you got to find your ideal client base. I own an insurance agency, so we do business insurance for very large businesses, medium-sized businesses, and sometimes it is not worth it for certain clients based on how much revenue you bring in. So you have to kind of cycle in. Maybe somebody is just doesn't really fit your ideal client, and you have to ask them to go somewhere else. So you're kind of cycling through who you want to work with. I turn a lot of people down in my business. I'm like, hey, this isn't our ideal client. Have them go to somebody else. Have them go somewhere else because they're not, they don't need to be a part of our agency. So finding your ideal client base is really going to be able to maximize your time so you scale. You turn down revenue because you know that there's a better client out there that's going to be better that you work with. Okay, so is this business saleable? I love the sellability of this business. I looked on there, I saw tons of them for sales. They're kind of under accounting practices. They go for 2 to 3 times the net income, which is the EBITDA. So EBITDA is a fancy word of saying net income. So you have 2 to 3 times the net income. So like I said, if you build a business, you have 10 clients, you're making $120,000 a year, 120,000, your profitability is probably gonna be around 100 grand. So 100 grand times 2, you're selling this business for 200 grand, probably 250 if you have it really built up because you have a client base that's recycling through. So 200 to 250,000 for the net income there. Great business. Great sellable. I love that because you can build it up. And like I said, if you cold called 1,000 people, you get a business, you get $100,000, and then the second you've built that within a year, you could probably sell that business for 200 grand. So you know why net worth is multiplied when you own businesses? Because of that. You build a business that produces 100,000, your net worth is now 200 to 250 just from the business, not including your assets and everything. That's why most billionaires own businesses, because the equity side of it continues to increase and increase and increase. So I gave this business the highest score of any business that I've ever done is 9.6. The reason I did is because this is a cash cow business. There's a massive opportunity for this, and this is a business I want to start. I actually am going to call my wife after this video and say, how can we do this? Because I know there's a massive need, and I don't know why I didn't think about it before, but yeah, I mean, this is a great business. Definitely one that is just surprising to me, but it's not surprising because every boring business is a business that usually there's an opportunity in and you can make a lot of money in. So comment below, is there anything that you want me to review? Any businesses you want me to review? I love reviewing them, and like and subscribe. I'm gonna continue posting content daily.